It's 8:30 and we'll call the meeting of the Department of Veterans Affairs Executive Committee to order. Roll call, we have Ted Crockett.
Here.
John Saxton.
Here.
Mr. Goldman has been excused, and myself, Mike Shadbolt. Let's see. We also have Tammy Sheldon, Chris Ushador, Tim Ruppel, the administrator, Kim Murphy, Terry Collins. Approval of agenda for May 7th, 2026. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda for May 7th.
Crockett motions to approve the agenda.
Sexton will second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the minutes for March 13th, 2026. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes for March 13th, 2026.
Sexton. Go ahead.
Crockett motions to approve.
Sexton seconds.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Let's see, item 4. Director's Office Activity Report. Director Sheldon, please.
The report of activities is scanned into the meeting packet. I see that the April meeting didn't get included in there. We will make sure you, we condensed the report of activities to reflect what our grant process needs, so that we don't have such a lengthy report. The month of April, I guess to say, we had our conference for the week, so our numbers will be reflected as being less. I know we had, I guess we don't have April's here. One Michigan Veterans Trust Fund and one Relief Fund application, and we continue to still have high numbers for headstone and markers, because they're preparing for Memorial Day. Unfortunately, the ones that we order in the month of April probably will not be, we probably won't receive the order by the time Memorial Day comes. I know there were 7 compensation claims in the month of April. I don't know, is there any questions on this report of activities before I go to our monthly meetings? No. Okay, the meetings between March and May did have the Robinson Brain Study on March 23rd, had management meeting on the 25th, and then between March 30th and April 8th, Tim and I did work on the County Veterans Service Fund grant reporting periods, because we didn't have our grant approved in the first quarter. We didn't have, we weren't allowed to submit quarter 1 because we didn't have a grant yet. So quarter 1 and quarter 2 actually went in on the 8th, requesting a reimbursement of $14,552.42. It was approved on the 10th, which is amazing. It went on the 8th, and it was approved on the 10th, and the county received the refund check on the 16th. The process for the grant has, the Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency is no longer in charge of taking care of the grant. The Department of Michigan Veterans Affairs is, and so the grant process is a little different. And so that was amazing that it went through so quickly. And then on April 8th, Chris attended the Veterans Appreciation Recognition here at the courthouse, and John was with her. You have anything you want to say on that, Chris? And then, April 9th was the by name meeting where they discussed homelessness. Any report you want to give on that? Okay. April 13th, Tim and I listened in on a virtual meeting with Senator, this probably messed this up, Solkins? Slotkins? And it was also involving the service organizations to discuss the new federal electronic health record, EHR system improvement, which is undergoing right now in the medical center. Tim, you got any comments on that, or?
Yeah, so Michigan is, since the federal government had paused the initial transition, Michigan is one of the first states for the VA healthcare system to get this upgrade. And so that meeting was really part of them trying to see, did the VA healthcare system kind of, or notifying people, and are you hearing any, what are you hearing, good or bad, about the transition so far? And which, the meeting was literally the week they started, so we really didn't hear too much. I mean, other than that, the VA, they were telling, as a patient there, at the healthcare side, they were telling us that was coming up and preparing appointments and stuff like that. So it was we were glad they kind of reached out to kind of give us a little bit more information, to ask stuff, to see how it also would affect our job with the transition of records. Because when the Veterans Benefits side has to request from the healthcare side medical records when they do claims, I asked that question if there was going to be any delay in that, and they informed us that there shouldn't be any delay. But this is actually going to make the system a lot faster for them, so that it was a good update for us to kind of get some information on that.
We haven't seen any concerns or problems with it
Yeah,
so far.
nope.
And then on May 6th, you attended the virtual Veterans Treatment Court. Any updates?
No, but they have, besides they're at, I think they have 3 veterans in that program at this moment in time. And like anything, they're working through the process of helping them and get on track and stay on track and keeping them accountable for their actions. So, which is really good.
And then May 6th, which was yesterday, Chairman Chad Bolton and myself attended a meeting with Administrator Murphy and Deputy Elliott to discuss the preferred interview and hiring process for department personnel, which was very beneficial. So that's what I have for occurrence reports. Any questions?
Okay, moving on to item 5, existing business. I really see none. New business, item 6, Veteran Service Director, planned retirement and recruiting process. Something I'd like to read to all of you. In March, we received a formal notification of our Veteran Service Director, Tammy Sheldon, will retire effective July 9th, 2026. Director Sheldon began serving Lenawee County in June of 1982 and was officially employed at the Lenawee County Department of Veterans Affairs on October 4th, 1982, marking more than 44 years of dedicated service to this county and our veterans. With that being said, we now need to discuss the recruitment and interview process for her successor. As part of the administrative duties of the Lenawee County Department of Veterans Affairs Executive Committee under Michigan Compiled Laws Act 192 of 1953, this committee is responsible for appointing a veteran service officer and any additional employees necessary to carry out the provisions of this act. The director's position has been posted and will remain open until May 22nd of 2026. As chairman of this committee, I have determined that the review of all applications will take place during a special meeting of the full executive committee. Because of this open meeting, all personally identifiable information, or PII, will be removed from the applications prior to review. During that meeting, I would like the committee to identify and agree upon approximately 3 or 4 candidates based on qualifications, merit, to move forward in the interview process. The interview process will be conducted during a special open meeting with the full executive committee, Director Sheldon, the county administrator or deputy administrator, and the county human services or human resources director participating in the process. A second round of interviews may not be necessary if it becomes evident that one candidate clearly stands above the others. At this time, I would like the committee to review their calendars so we may select a date to review the applications. Now, this is just a review of the applications, preferably within the first 2 weeks of June. Following that, we will also need to select a date to conduct interviews, preferably during the second or third week of June. And I'd like to get your opinions on that. And your, really what we're looking for is available dates when we can all sit down and review all the applications as a body. And, on the back of your agenda items and stuff, we have a calendar. And that just, states what dates the room here is going to be available and what dates may coincide with what's available on your end. Okay.
So for me, the first 2 weeks of June is rough. It's our every 2-year audit, but June 2nd would be on a great day in the afternoon, anytime after 12, wide open. Yep. And I see that works from schedule.
I'm not available on either Tuesday or Thursday. So
Can we make arrangements to? We can bargain with Amy on that one.
I could do Wednesday, the 3rd in the afternoon. Actually, anytime, but I see there's a meeting at 10, so anytime on Wednesday, the 3rd would be fine. The first,
if you can replace me, the 3rd would work for me then.
3rd is good.
June 3rd in the afternoon then?
Yep.
Is that the consensus?
Yep.
Okay, June 3rd in the afternoon, we will review applications. 1 PM
Here,
here.
it's easy.
Okay, we also have we can't really do that right now, I don't think, but there were some dates. There were some dates bannered around here a couple of weeks ago, and June 12th was a date that kept coming up to do the interviews. And I see that that would be on a Friday. So maybe tentatively, we can set June 12th as interview day after we go through the applications, and if everybody's cool with or if everybody's good with June 12th, we can kind of, we can kind of pencil that in now, but I guess using a pencil, we can always erase that and go for a different day after we review the applications.
But June 12th is a preferred day for me.
Yes,
Okay.
Good.
Okay, okay.
all days available.
I
Yeah.
am available all day as well.
Okay, so we'll just kind of pencil in June 12th right now. And after we review the applications, whatever applicants that we want to pull in for an interview, those people can be contacted and, you know, we gotta kind of maybe, I shouldn't really say maybe that we can go on their schedule too, because, hey, they're interviewing for our job. They need to be here. If they want to interview, they should be here on June 12th. So we'll just kind of, you know, pencil that in on your calendar for June 12th for interviews. Is there anything else that anybody would like to ask me on that aspect?
I guess maybe on the third, we could possibly go over the interview process, like maybe what questions we're gonna,
Yes, yes,
that
yep.
prepared.
Any other questions? Okay. I must say, that was a lot easier than I thought. Okay. Moving past that, okay, item 7, commissioner comment.
We're in budget time right now, so all the department heads are in a panic to get everything done right. But that's basically what I'm getting to that.
Item 8, Michigan Veteran Trust Fund updates. We had, since we last met in March, we've had 8 cases that I've looked over. One for Lenawee County was a veteran needed a well replaced. That was way above our, our threshold for approval or disapproval, so that went to the full board of trustees. And I'll be honest with you, we never get their final say of what they approved or not. But when cases go to the board of trustees at the regional level, the board of trustees, they don't approve a lot of them. That's just over the history that I've been involved in that, that's just what it's been. They only approve like about 35% of the cases that go in front of them, so. And that's all I got. Item 9, Veterans Relief Fund, item A, review of VRF applications.
Since our last meeting, March 31st, we had a application for Vietnam veteran. And it was approved for the amount of $2,938.76. And April 29th, we also had another Vietnam veteran looking for assistance in the amount of $1,982.50. I also assisted one veteran with their Michigan Veterans Trust Fund application on April 7th, and that was approved for $2,935. And I do have one MVTF application in the pipeline and not completed and not finished yet. Michigan Veterans Trust Fund.
So you got, Chris?
That's all I have.
Oh, yeah, okay. Item B is, Veterans Relief Fund proposed policy changes. I hope you all had a chance to look at those. We do this, we usually do that on an annual basis. We'll, maybe up the dollar amount as far as their wages and stuff like that. And, this is just the time for the annual review of those things.
It hasn't been done for the last 2 years because we didn't have the chart the VA no longer put it on their website.
Yeah.
So we had to find other means of finding the HUD chart in order to do the update on the income levels. So apologize for not being able to get that information to you sooner, but
Are you referencing the AMI levels?
it used to be the VA, the geographic, the means test,
Okay.
the category, the category G, the relaxed income threshold is no longer on the VA website. The last one that was in the book was from 23, but they're always a year behind. But we found the HUD one. And so that's where the figures come off of. And I did make reference to the website that we took it from. And it appears to be matching right in line, even right up to the 8-person spot. So,
They pushed, the AMI numbers were pushed back from an April release to May 1st.
mhm.
So they put those out.
I mean, if you scroll, you can see the proposed, just the dates that need to be updated there on that. And then there was also, we can keep scrolling. When we did the title changes for the job, we didn't update the title changes in there. So that's just an easy title change. And those are the numbers that reflect that. That's the old policy. It needs to be updated, and you can see it says 23, and that's the website it came from. And then this is the proposed change with the update, with the income chart. And this is the one that we updated at last in 22. So I went through and I added $50 on there. Proposed revision. And then this is the title change, wherever I seen the name was the old title, I just updated it. And according to our amendment policy, we have to have the entire committee, so that's why we're presenting it. When we don't have the entire committee, it says it's presented at one committee and then it's brought forward at the next committee. So that's the process we're going through right now. Any comments?
So do we need a motion or anything on that to move that forward, or?
According to this statement right here, the unanimous vote needs to come through the entire committee, which is our part of our policy. We do not have an entire committee today because we have one member
Okay.
excused. So it says before the majority vote, so that we have to present it at one meeting, and then it's at the earlier meeting. So this is the earlier meeting. So you guys will be voting on this in July at the regular meeting.
Okay, so we'll table this until July.
If you notice the dates that I put on there, I actually dated it, proposed revision for July.
You're not exactly tabling this. You're introducing it this meeting for both the next, so it's not being tabled.
He said you're introducing.
Oh, correct, yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay.
See, Mr. Collins, that's why we have you around.
She would have probably said something.
Okay, so, move on to, we'll move on to item 10, public comment.
I can just put out a couple things. We have there's a couple of events, veterans events that are coming up in the community here. I just want to let everybody know about. One's called, Operation Connected Care. It's, we're in partnership with the Illinois County Veterans Coalition, the, Ann Arbor VA system, and our office. We're going to be, hosting at the Human Services Building, this way for veterans and dependents to get more familiar and get help with understanding the VA, like online systems, apps and everything, because we're noticing that's VA is really pushing that. Like they're telling us, even when we call in to get certain benefit letters, they're telling us, they can get them online if they go to the app, and so there's a good chunk of people that don't understand how to use that system, or they're having a hard time logging in because of the security systems that are put in place. And so we're kind of going to be hosting this to kind of help them through this process. They're going to also be available to help them register for VA healthcare, and things like that. So that's going to be, check my date, May 29th from 10 to 2. And like I said, there's gonna be in the Raisin River Room, and should be a really good event. Hopefully have a good turnout. So if you know anybody that is in need of that assistance, let them know so we can get more people out there to get assistance. So, and then other event is, it's coming up on Memorial Day, is Salute to Serve. It's a veterans recognition baseball game at Lenawee Christian. And the recognition program starts at 2:15 and the game starts at 3 o'clock. So that's an event that's going to be coming up, like I said, Memorial Day on the May 25th. And then besides that, Memorial Day, there's a lot of, Tecumseh has a parade and Adrian has a parade too going on during those timeframes too. So I would definitely get online to the county events page, and we have it usually listed on there, so.
In case you guys haven't checked out our website, it looks wonderful. It's taken a year to roll out, but Jen worked pretty hard on that, and I put a lot of hours into getting material ready to put on the website. So if you get a chance, if there's any events that you want posted on there, just let us know so that we can get them out to the public. Thank you.
Okay, that's it for all the public comments that we have. I would entertain a motion to
Hey,
adjourn.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
is this your last meeting, Tammy?
I have 2 special meetings coming up.
Okay.
Oh, no, we're not gonna get rid of her just yet. Well, I did too, but it doesn't seem to be working. Okay, okay, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll get motion to adjourn.
Saxon will second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.